Okay. Hi, welcome, Formaloo community, to another webinar. And I'm so happy to have you all here. We will start pretty soon, so stay tuned. We're waiting for everyone to join. And yeah, so hi everyone, and welcome to another webinar from Formaloo. I'm so happy to be your host today. I'm Nush Baratpur, and today we're going to share how you can manage your contracts and documents in Formaloo. So I'm so glad that you're here today and be with you today. And we're going to tackle a major headache, managing client contracts. If you're still juggling Google Docs, email threads, spreadsheets, this is going to change your life a little. So this session is perfect for agencies, service-based businesses, legal firms, or anyone managing client deliverables and retainers or proposals. And basically, if contracts are part of your daily work, this dashboard will give you superpowers. And it's all built without code. So we're going to share how, so we're going over a very specific use case, which is how a legal firm can manage their own contracts, their client contracts, and we will have an approval workflow to see how you can build such a workflow and manage it yourself. And basically, if contracts are part of your daily work, this dashboard will give you superpowers and it will help you organize organize all of the client contracts and smooth the relationship with your clients. So without further ado, let's get started. I want to show you the workflow that we have designed, and we'll go through this process. Let's say this is a legal firm and the clients submit their contract requests, and then the legal team reviews it and either approves or makes some changes. So contract drafted and ready for an approval, then the legal team uploads ready documents to the portal. Otherwise, the legal team asks for details, and the legal firm sends a custom email asking client to review the submission. And finally, the client asks for changes or accepts, and it gets finalized. So I will create this on the same dashboard. By the end of the webinar, you will know how you can build it yourself. And if you have registered on the webinar form, you will receive an email that contains all of the templates, help tutorials, and the recording of this video, so you can build it yourself as well. So let's create a new group to our application and add our pages here. So let's say this is the menu for clients contracts, and I will add a new page here. So this page, on this page, we're going to create our form. So we will start with a form that our team or our clients can fill out to request a contract. We will include some fields like client name, project type, service details, etc. to get from the client, and then we will include, we will allow our clients to request for a contract. So here we will create a new form. You can start with typing / and then selecting the form option. So let's say our form has a field for the name of the client, probably another field for their email address. And then we want to see what type of, let's say this is a drop-down. What type of contract is this? So I will edit this here, contract type. And in the options, we can do like, if is it an individual thing or a company legal entity type of request. Then we will ask for other information like the details of the contract. So, for example, we can ask for, actually, this is the request type, and let's add another drop-down field for the contract type. So in the options, we will add, let's say I want to, there's an NDA or a partnership agreement or a freelance agreement, employee agreement, anything. So, and then maybe add another field for details. What's the purpose of the contract? And then maybe add another field for file upload that allows the user to upload the contract. So let's say in this case, the client can, so I'm a legal firm and my client can upload their contract and ask me to review it, if they should sign it or not. So this way, my client can upload their documents, upload their contracts, and I can review it for them because I'm a legal firm. So the form is contract review or request a new contract review, right? So um, this is what we have. You can add other forms as well, like effective date of the contract duration, or is there any payment included? Like you can ask many different things. We will complete this form and we will send you via email, and we will create a ready-to-use template out of it, so you can just use the template. So this is the form. You can, of course, customize it however you want, add logo, and design it based on your requirements. You can change the layout, put a banner or cover image, move it to different layouts. Yeah, so you have many design possibilities, and you can change the theme of the template. Let's say this green one is good. And you can add even custom CSS or change the corner around this, or add background image for here. Yeah, so you can change many things about the design, and you can change the settings as well. And also you can notify yourself whenever a new contract is requested. So let's say I want to receive an email whenever a new contract request is submitted. So I will add my own email here, and that's it. Save changes, and you're here. So you can also add your team members' email and separate them by space to create a different to forward the email to them as well. You can use the default template or create a new email template for this specific use case. So here, me and my team are getting notified, and you can customize the email to say that a new contract request is uploaded, and here it is. So you can check it out. You and your team can check it out, and good, proceed. So this is where the workflow starts, right? So we created a form that our clients that allows our clients to upload a new contract, so we can review it for them and provide feedback. Now let's add conditional logic to assign approvers or trigger emails. So for example, let's say if the contract value is over $5,000, we will notify the legal team. Otherwise, we'll notify a different person. So for these kind of situations, you can, let's add a new field for the contract value, so we can trigger based on that. So we add a number field here and ask for the contract value, right? So this way we'll know what the contract value is. And in the advanced logic, you can actually get to the submit because okay, on logic we have three triggers. The first trigger is when the form is being answered on fields. So when this field is answered, use this logic rule. If this field is answered, use this logic rule. This is happening on fields answering. And we have another trigger, which is on submit. So when the form is being submitted, we want to change something. We want to run a logical rule. And this one is on update. So when a response is being updated, I want to send some, process some logical rules. So this is how you can build up your workflow. So in this case, when the form is being submitted, I want to receive emails, but in a conditional situation. So when the form is being submitted, if the contract value is bigger, let's say it's greater than 5,000, then I want to send an email using any template. You can create the email template right from here, or if you already have created a template, choose it from the list. And I want to use this email template to send it to either, this is the email that the user entered on the form. Otherwise, you can choose to send, like you want to send it to legal in your company, right? So to the legal firm, to the legal team of your company, so they check it out. Otherwise, we want to send the email. You want to send the email using maybe another email template or the same to right? So this is how you can initiate the notification. So if the contract value is greater than a specific number, we want to send the email to legal team. Otherwise, we want to send it to the admin or the owner of the deal. So this is how we triggered the emails. Now let's add a signature. Maybe you want to allow allow people to sign your form. In that case, you can add a new field, which is signature. So this way your audience can sign the form before submitting it. Let's preview it actually. So by clicking this view button, you can preview the form, and here you have the signature. So your user can sign the form before submitting it. And you can even make it required, so they have to sign the form before submitting. If they don't sign, they cannot submit. And one more thing to make your signature forms legally bound is to use the email verification field, which is this one, and make it required. What does this do? So email verification field allows your audience to verify themselves via email. So let's preview it. So you see it in action. So you see here we have the email verification field. And when I enter this information, let's say I enter my own email and click verify, right? Because this is required, it says that you must verify. Otherwise, you cannot submit the form. So I must verify my email. And it could take some time to deliver the email, but whenever I receive the email, I can enter the code here and then submit the form. So while we're waiting for the email to be delivered, actually it's delivered. So here you see the email, and you can copy the code and paste it into your form. And it's verified, you can sign it and submit the form. And voila. And you see here we have a thank you message. Of course, you can customize that too by going to the form and clicking the ending page. And here you can customize the text, add images, or anything you want. Yeah. So you can also add multiple ending pages. We will go over like how you can play with ending pages and logic in a separate webinar. But also, I just wanted to mention that multiple ending pages is a good way to customize and personalize the ending page for your audience. So anyway, this is how you can enable e-signatures on your forms, and then you can also generate contract PDFs. So how the PDFs work is from the advanced logic. Sorry, actually. Let me first show you the normal ones without advanced logic. So when you get to the Notify tab, you have two options. You can send an email to yourself and your team, and you can also send an email to the respondent, the person who is submitting this form. So you can send a default email template or use one of the email templates that you have created or just created one right away. And here you have the option to include a PDF of the form submission. So this is how you can and make sure that a PDF version of the submission is attached and included in the email template. Same as here. So you can enable this and yeah, include the email and include the PDF. And if you want to use the PDF in your custom email, let's say I want to create a new email template, and this is my custom email, right? So I want to link to the PDF in my text. So here is the PDF version of the um, submission, right? So I want to link this. So you can select the text and select the link option. And in the URL area, you can write @PDF link. So this is how you can link your PDFs inside your custom emails and save it. And whenever the form is submitted, this template will be used, and the PDF version is linked as well. Yeah, you should name the template and also make sure that you have a reply to email. So when the user replies back, the email is sent to this address. Right, so this is how the PDFs work. We're adding more customization options to the PDFs. Stay tuned because that's a very exciting feature, and we are very excited, the long-awaited custom PDFs, more custom PDFs. So to customize the PDFs, currently you should customize your form, right? So however your form looks, your PDF will look. So but if you want to add more customizations and add more different fields or extra fields in your PDF, that's the upcoming feature that we're working on. So stay tuned for that. And next we have the track contract status with Canva. So let's say we have this list of contracts. Where can you see the responses? So this is the form that we have for requesting a contract review. And let's say I want to embed this fully. So this is a cart embedding, but you can also embed it fully into your page. So this way your users can so your users can request the contract review right on this page without going to a separate page, right? So this is a page for requesting contract reviews. And now let's add another page to our group to add a table of all contract reviews. So I select the same form here, and here we have the requested contract review, and there's one response here. You can add more responses by submitting the form and see all of them on this table. So let's call it contract requested or submitted contract reviews. So this is a list of all contract reviews submitted. You can also add a Kanban board for the contract reviews. Let's call it the status, and you can add a board or a Kanban board. And here you have a list of all of your forms. You can use any form on your workspace that you have access to and choose it here. So I want to have a Kanban board of this form. So I select it. And here we have, what do you want to group it by? You can group this by any choice field, any choice, single choice, or drop-down field that you have on the form. So we have two choice fields. One of them is the request type. One of them is the contract type that we just created in the form. So I want to group them by contract type, let's say. And then you can show different fields on the cards, and here we have it. So from the options, you can customize the cards and show different more fields, like I want to show the signature, or I want to show the purpose of the contract, a contract value, etc. So you can select them here and you will see them. If they have value, they will be shown on the cards, otherwise they won't be shown. And let's say I want to have a status. So this wasn't a status. This was contracts by type, categorized by contract, right? So let's say I want to create this Kanban, but based on their status. For this, you will need to edit your form again and add a status field to it. So I will add a status here. And for the statuses, like first it is submitted, then it is in review, then it gets to, let's say, approved. Let's keep it simple, and needs an update. And then finalize. Let's say these are our statuses, but this is not something I want to show on my form. I want to keep it admin only, so I can only manage it from the admin side, not on the form side. So I will enable this admin only field, so this way it won't be visible on the form. It will just show up for me as an admin. And you can also set a default value. Let's say whenever the form is submitted, I want the status to be submitted. As simple as that. Instead of it going to the uncategorized column, it will go to the submitted column. So here we can rename this one to the status and edit our Kanban board. And here you can change the group by. I want to group it by status. Yeah, so this is how we have it. This was submitted before, so that's why it's moved to uncategorized. But for any new card that submission that I create on this form, it will be moved to the submitted status. Yeah, so that's it for this part. We created a Kanban board to manage the status of the contract requests. Let's submit it again so I can show you how it works. Let's say I enter my name and my email address. Let's say I have an individual for NDA and the value is 6,000. And yeah, so let's sign it, enter my email, verify. And we're waiting for the email to be delivered. Yeah, so it takes some time to deliver the email. But while we're waiting, every time I say that, the email is delivered. It didn't happen. So we can wait for the email to be delivered, or we can upload the file. Actually, one more interesting thing is that you can actually allow users to upload multiple files into this column. So that's actually a settings on your form. So you can edit this form and click the upload file, and here you have this option, allow multiple file upload. So you can say how many files are required for the user to upload. If there's no limit, you can leave it. But yeah, this is how you can customize it even more. For each field, just click the field and see the settings, the properties of the field there. So we just submitted the form, and now we can see it on the table. As you see here, we have the signature as well. You can click it and open it in a new tab. And we also have it in the status column. So we have it in the submitted column, as you see here. And when you click it, you can preview the details, you can preview the signature, and you can print this if you want, download it as a PDF, and save it. So this is how easy it can be. As you see here, we have the whole contract, a PDF version of it, and you can use it in your processes. So the customer has requested a new contract review. I review it and move it to the next section. So this way, customers can request request something from you. You can change its status. You can review it and show it to the user. One more thing you can do. Remember, we added a status, which was admin only. You can add another field, for example, for your review notes. So you can add a, let's say, long text field, and say we had some review notes, right? And we can also make it admin only, so it doesn't show up on the form. It's for me as an admin, and I want to review the contracts and leave my notes here. So I will leave some notes. Please change the parties names, something like that. So you can enter it here. You can show it on this card by clicking the card display and selecting the field that you want to show. Review notes, and here we have it. And again, if a card doesn't have value for that, it won't show up. Actually, let's delete this empty one, so we only have this card. So yeah, this is how you can leave notes, and when it's approved, you can move it to the approved column, so your client understands, okay, this is approved, and they can process, or move it to the finalized version, which is the final report. So this is how you can customize the status in a Kanban board and make sure that it works. But now we want to make it cooler. Clients can log in and see their signed docs, past contracts, and even submit new requests. So we want to create a portal, a portal that allows your clients to log in and access their documents without seeing the documents of other people. Let's say, sorry, I want to. Yeah, so let's say you don't want to share the contracts of all clients to all clients, right? You're as admin, you can see all of the requests, but you don't want to share everything with all clients. Each client should be able to see their own requests, not anything else. So this is where you can make this project a portal that manages access of each person to the data as well. So to make this project a client portal, you can get to the settings from this icon here of the project and activate the portal mode. Then this button changes to manage users, and you will have this users button here. So you can click either of them and get to this page. So this is where you can get to the setup wizard of your portal. When you click it, you need to create a user base. So your portal is where your users, your clients, can log in, sign up, and get access to the data. So you need to store your users somewhere, right? So this is where you select that somewhere. This is where you either create a new user base or import your existing users. You can import them from an Excel file. Just download this, fill it out, and upload it here. Or you can select an existing form. So if you already have a user base, you can select it here. So for example, two portals can be connected to the same user base. That's possible. So this is where it gets cool. So let's create a new user base. So now we have a new user base. Of course, it's empty, and you can change it if you want later, but let's get to the next step. So now our portal has a user base, and now we can change some settings. You can allow login or disable it, or allow sign up or disable it, and allow CAPTCHA or OTP. So whenever someone wants to log in, they get a code on their email, and they can log in with that code. So here on the third step, what we have is we have a list of all forms that are available on this project. So we only have one form on this project. It was a request contract review form that we added to the project. And if you have more forms on the project, you will see a list of all of them here. What this step means is that I want to add a profile field to my form. If I select this, a new user field will be added to the form, which filters the user data. So, for example, let's say I select this, finish setup. If I go back to my form and edit the form, I will see a new field added to my form. It's called user field. This is because I selected it on that step. What this means is when the user submits this form, the portal user will be saved along with the submission. So Formaloo automatically understands and recognizes the portal user who is logged in and stores the user profile here. So let's call this our client, because this is an agency client, right? Let's call it agency client or client. So this is the client field, which is connected to our user base, our portal user base. So our portal user automatically gets captured using this field. And publish it. So you see, again, this is connected to our user form that we just created from scratch. And the option here says that it will be automatically assigned to the submitter. So when I submit this, it automatically assigns this to me. Let's test it out. So here we have the whole portal. Let's publish it, because as long as you don't publish it, anyone who is not logged in at Formaloo won't see it. As soon as you publish a project from the Share tab and click a Publish, when it's published, you get a public link. You can click View or copy the link to preview it in a new tab. And this is a public link that anyone, without even having access to your Formaloo dashboard, can see, can use, and can perform. So you can sign up and log in. So here we have the form, and what else you can do on the portal is you can manage access to pages and data. Let's start with access to pages. So when you click the three dots on each page, you can manage access to that page. So let's say I want to show this page to non-logged in users. So whenever you're not logged in, you can see that. And same for this. Let's say this one is only for team members. Team members means the workspace team members who have access to this project. And you can see them here. When you click the share in the access management, you can see your team members who have access to this project, this specific project. And when they log into Formaloo and open this project, they can see it here. So when you set the access to team members, it means your team members who have access to this project. So technically, when I refresh this page, I shouldn't be able to see this because on this page, I'm not logged in, and this is the public apps. Oh, sorry. So technically on this page, I shouldn't be able to see this page because I'm not logged in, and this is the public URL. So I will refresh this, and as you see here, that page is not visible anymore because it was shared only with team members. So for these pages, I want to show them only to logged in users. So if you're not logged in, you cannot submit a request, you cannot view any requests, and you can't access anything. So they're all set to logged in users. And when we come back here and refresh the page, you see just the welcome page is shown and nothing else is visible unless I sign up or log in. So here you can sign up. As you see here, we have added a logo for our project. This logo is similar to the logo you add to your project. And yeah, so here you can sign up at the portal. And here we go. So this is our portal, and we have access to the pages in that portal now. We can submit a new request, we can see all of the submissions, and we can manage their status in a Kanban board. Getting back to our portal admin, here you see on the submitted contract reviews, our table is filtered. And it's filtered for users. So this way, only users who have submitted. So this way, users will only see their own submissions, not another person's submissions, right? So this is how you can make sure that each user can see their own submission. And that's why on this Kanban board or on this table, we don't see anything because this user hasn't submitted anything yet. So that's why they don't see anything. But if I get to admin and enable this admin view, I can see one submission, which wasn't submitted by anyone. Now let's test it and see how it works. Actually, let's disable the required email verification so we can submit it faster and refresh this page. Okay, so here we have the form. I'm logged in as this user. You can click the profile and see more information about the profile and update your profile anytime. And here we can enter the information. So I won't enter, let's enter this information, but I want to show you something really cool afterwards. So let's say I have a partnership agreement, and here I have this information and submit the form. So now I should be able to see it in this table because I submitted this, so I can see my own submission. And if we get back to the admin page and toggle this admin view, we should be able, and refresh the page, we should be able to see the new submission here. As you see, we have two submissions. One of them, which is the recent one, is here. And one more cool thing is that we have this client field filled. Remember that user field that was added and we renamed it to client? Now it's added. So I can see which client entered this information and I can preview their profile and see which client it was and like get more information. So technically, I don't have to ask for the client's name and email because I have it here on this field, right? I know which client submitted this form, and this form won't be available outside this portal. So everyone who submits this form will have to log in. And this way, when they log in, this form will capture their user profile. Good. So technically, I can edit the form and remove the client name field and remove the client email field. Yeah, so anything about the client. If I want to add more information, ask the client about more information, I can edit the users field. So getting the users, you can edit the form here. And let's say I want to ask about the client's website. What's your company website? Right. I want to ask about, I already asked about the email when they sign up, right? The name and email are there, so I don't need to add them again. The company website, maybe their LinkedIn page, maybe like responsible person or anything. So you can add as many fields as you want to the client profile, to the client profile form. And if we preview it on the project, if I refresh this page, each client will be able to access their profile settings here, and getting to more information, they can enter extra information here. For example, I enter, well, let's say ACME.com. So I save changes. And let's say this is check. So I enter the information here and complete my profile, and the admin will be able to see it on the user space by clicking the users here and previewing it in the table. You can see all of the information from this user. So they have entered their company website, their responsible person, and you can see them in the table as well. So any information that you want, just complete it in the user space and it will automatically capture it on the forms that you have selected on your portal. And anytime you want to change your portal settings, just get to the users, click this manage settings and change your portal steps. So let's say I want to disable this one, remove the user field. Or I have another form and I want to add user field to that too. You can do all of them here. So this is how your forms remember your clients, basically. This form remembered the client here and captured their profile right here without the user doing anything extra. So let's say I want to add another table. This is like the filtered table, right? This is the table for users. So each user only sees their own responses. Let's say I want to add another group for admin access and add a new page here. Waiting for it to save. So I add a new page here and I'll call it our requests. So I add a table and select the request contract review base. This is the form that I have, and it's showing all of the responses. And one thing that I want to show you on this table. If you don't want this table, is by any reason, you don't want this table to be filtered for users. Right now it's filtered for each user, right? You can get to the options and then get to user data and disable this. So this way, each user, if you disable this, it will be enabled for all users. And let's get to the table. So if I refresh this, I see 2 rows because I can see another person's submission as well, and it's not filtered anymore. But if you want to filter it again, so each user only sees their own data, you can get to the options, user data, and select the user field that you have here. So I will select the client. And this way, because this is the field that we added, the user field that we added to this form, right? So I select the user field. Maybe you have 2 user fields. One of them is the assignee, one of them is the client. So you can do that too. I select the user field here and allow them to view their own data. You can also allow them to edit their own data. So let's say I enable this and get back to here, refresh the page. Now again, I see only my responses, but also I can edit my request. So maybe I want to change it to 3,000. So I can do that as well. And getting back to the admin, you can check it here or get to the all requests under admin access, which is not filtered, and see it right here. So it's changed to 3,000. And again, you can manage access here so that the portal users don't see it. It should be accessible to all team members. And that's it on this page. Oh, I shouldn't see the admin access menu anymore. And here we have it. So yeah, this is how portals work. It's super interesting and super exciting. I'd love to know what other use cases you have in mind about portals, user access, permissions on pages, and permission on data. Each user can edit their own data or view it, or you can show a table of all responses to all portal users. And I also want to show you how you can package it as a reusable workflow. So let's say I want to make this project copyable. So what you can do is select duplicate here, and that will be it. So you create a template and duplicate anytime you want to reuse it anywhere, and it will duplicate all of the forms in that project right away. And what else you can do? Actually, I want to show you the ability to um, Uh, you can also add charts. So let's say for the admin, we want to show charts. So you can just type slash and select the charts here and select the form that you have. Like I want to show the charts of this form, and voila, you have it here. You can also use the AI analyze block to analyze something on this form. Get to the options and enter your prompt here. Let's say I want to see which type of contracts got more requests or anything you want. Click generate, and it will generate a response here for you, and it will be saved on this project. And that's simply you can build up your project and customize it based on your requirements. What else is interesting here is that you can customize the forms, connect the forms, and let's say I have another form here, and let's create another form for a list of templates. Let's say I have a contract templates list. And this is the contract name. I want to upload it contract. I will call it download the contract here and save it. So I created this form with a purpose. Now this form is added to my project. If you click the project settings, you can see all of the linked forms to this project. You can delete the block, but the form will not be deleted from the project because it still is connected. You can add a new page to your portal. Let's add a new page. You can move it by drag and drop. And here, let's say I want to show the form. I want to show the form in admin access. New contract template, right? So I want to show the form here. So contract templates, right? And embed it fully. So my team can submit new contract templates for our users, our clients. So our clients can preview these contracts. Let's say I have a template for NDA. I will write it down here and upload the PDF. Let's say this is it. Submit it here, and you can submit it as many times as you want just by entering the contract that you have, employee, and let's say it's an image. Okay, so when you can show it to the users. Let's edit the project again. You can change the page layout, make it wider, and show a gallery of all contracts. So I will connect the gallery to contract templates. I want to show the contract name as the title, and the image should be the download contract. You can add more information if you want, and if your contract is an image, it will show up like this, and you can even add more information. So for example, I want to add details of the contract. So I can add this here, contract details, save changes, and get back. So for example, let's say I want to add more details here. And it's that easy. So here I added more information for this contract. And if you preview it on the client side, you can see that I have the contracts gallery here, and it shows all of the contracts right away. And you can also add as many pages as you want, rename them, change the icons, customize it for your customers. And if you want, you can even add a cover image for your page. Let's say to do it, click this three dots here and get to page options. Enable this page cover to upload the page cover here, and change the font, and make it wider, make it narrower. Basically customize anything you want. And on the page settings also, you have some interesting options for custom JS and custom CSS to add your tracking. You can use this custom JS to add, for example, Google Analytics or other tracking codes or heat map codes. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So just like that, you built a contract workflow system. You can also build more notification logics if you want. So for example, if as an admin, I change the status here from submitted to in review, I want to send an email to my clients so they get notified that I am reviewing their request. So this can be done by logic. Just edit the form, get to advanced logic. And remember, I told you about the triggers, the logic triggers. This is done on update logic. So on update, I want to add a rule that when the card status is updated, if the status is changed to in review, I want to send an email using a specific email template. Let's say the email template is about your contract request is in review. Right, so you can add a subject, you can even pipe the answers that were entered on the form here or anywhere. So you can say, for example, hi name or name, your contract request is under review, right? So you can also use pipe answers here and write your text, enter your name here, news from agency, for example, and the reply to address. You can even set up an email server or use the Formaloo server. You can set up your own SMTP settings and save changes. And here I have created the template. Your contract request is in review, and I want to use this template to send an email to my client, which is the email that was captured by the portal, or you can use the email verification field that was added to the form, whichever is your preference. So you can send an email just like that easily, and that's it. So let's say if the status is something else, let's say if the status is approved, I want to send another email, like a different email template. Let's say this template. I want to send this email template to the client, and that's it. That's how you can automate your workflow, notify the parties that should be notified, and make sure that the process is smooth, easy, and understandable for everyone. So that's it. If you have any questions, let us know, and would love to hear back from you. What use cases you have in mind that we can build in these weekly webinars, and share those with us. We'd love to hear those. And if you have some use cases in mind that is kind of complex and you can't build it yourself, we're happy to help you. We have a list of certified partners, amazing partners who can build your use cases, help you make it and bring it to life for you. And you can fill out our form. We have a form that you can fill out, and our partners will build your use cases for you. Otherwise, just share your use cases with us, and we'd love to show you how you can build them in the webinars. If you have signed up using the webinar registration form, you will receive an email shortly that includes a template to this contract workflow. It includes help articles that are relevant and help you get started. And it also includes a link to this webinar. And thank you for being with us. Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed this session, we host webinars like this every week. And make sure to like this video, follow us on LinkedIn or YouTube, and stay updated. And of course, happy Formaloo.